All right, get in here, ladies. We have a fragile male ego and we have red pill rhetoric that has created a mush brain in this male. This young lady says, am I overreacting? Boyfriend dumped me because I was taller than him in heels. This red pill rhetoric has got them jacked up completely. They want a woman that is shorter than them, but they act like it is the women that are saying everybody has to be 6 feet tall. So their brains have become mush. Before I show you the text messages, let's look at her caption. So she's 19, he's 26. She says, so I was dating this guy for a few months. He was like the same height as me, maybe even a half an inch shorter. But honestly, I didn't really care. I love wearing heels when I go out because they make me feel confident, and I don't think height should matter in a relationship. Anyway, last weekend we went to a party my friend invited us to, and I wore heels. The whole night he was super moody and super quiet and moody, barely talked to me. On the way home, he straight up told me he hates when I wear heels because it makes me taller than him and it emasculates him. He literally said it makes him feel less of a man being with me. I laughed it off at first awkwardly, but then he goes, I don't think this is going to work. I need someone more feminine. Then he actually broke up with me over it. He dropped me home, didn't say goodbye or kiss me, and sped off as I was shutting the door. Like he dumped me because I was taller than him in heels. Then he basically crashes out on me over text later on in the night. I don't have a lot of dating experience, so I don't know if this is normal or not, to be honest. I honestly don't know whether to be sad or just embarrassed I even dated him in the first place. Am I overreacting for thinking that's the most insecure, petty reason to end things? It is quite petty. And so many of these dudes have got it in their brain that they're supposed to be taller because, and this is the thing, they want to feel like they can dominate the woman. They don't want us to be on equal terms with them in any way. Height, money, expertise, nothing, because everything is a threat to their masculinity. I am a woman. There is absolutely nothing that somebody else over there, anybody outside of me can do in their own body that is going to threaten the fact that I am a woman. The fact that so many of these dudes are threatened with their masculinity based on something outside of them is so dumb to me. It's a dumb concept that her just existing as she does emasculates him. It takes away from his masculinity with her simply existing and being confident and being taller. These short dudes are so insecure, just fragile, just gonna break apart like a porcelain piece of glass falling on the ground, just fragile and falling apart. It's a great thing that he dumped her and sped away because there's no coming back from that. And I know that the people in the comment section were saying good riddance to this rubbish. And I'll say once again, being single is better than this and make these dudes lonelier. Whoops, I didn't even read the text messages. So here's the 19-year-old. Here's the girl. She says, I'm still so confused. Can we just talk? I never meant to offend you. I just really like heels and wanted to look good at the party. I'm sorry. Stop apologizing for simply existing. Her height, she can't control that. Yes, she wore heels, but what is that to apologize for? And this dude crashing out. Don't chat me, man. You're embarrassing to be around, and even now I'm not with you and you're still embarrassing. Do you realize what you've done? I gave you everything and you throw it back in my face by being taller in heels. When you're actually old enough and mature, you will remember this time and realize you effed up. And then she's like, I just wore heels though. I don't mean that hostile, just literally confused. Seems like you flipped so quick and now I'm just feeling confused. He says, you're too masculine for me and I deserve better. She's masculine simply because she's existing being taller than him. He says, I'm high value. That right there is a red flag for red pillars. I'm high value. You are still a child and finding your way in life. Why are you even trying to date a child? You knew her age before you started talking to her. Why are you dating a child? He says, it's not your fault. I understand you aren't very conscious and have a baby brain. I have a high value network, and when I'm around big people who I can network with and elevate my business and future, I need someone who shows me off and compliments me, makes me look good in front of others. You're not that. Don't ever message me again. This dude is a whole mess. Pure rubbish, like sewage rubbish, like the bottom of the trash can, the juices and everything that have coalesced together and mixed at the bottom of the trash can. She's not missing out on the fact that he took himself out of the equation. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Let's look at some of the comments. This woman, Beauty Shot, gave this really long, non-separated paragraph. So this is Beauty Shot. This person gave us some breaks, some paragraph breaks. And so the woman says, let me begin with, I'm incredibly sorry that this bottom of the barrel entitled scum guzzling bully chose to do this to you. I feel so bad that you're actually questioning this being your fault. This is exactly what he wants you to do. And please don't be offended when I say this, because I do not mean it in any way other than the way I'm going to say it, as I can guarantee you are lovely. You are a lovely, amazing, beautiful young lady who doesn't see her own greatness or potential. The reason I say this is because if you had, he wouldn't have chosen to bully you. And please do not take this as me saying there's anything that you should have, could have done differently. This is the case with many females, women, with many women, including myself. It took me far too long to realize my own worth, only after having a beautiful daughter of my own that I'm raising completely alone without a dime of child support, because I didn't know my own worth and allowed the person I was with at the time, I will never address him as her father, to treat me similar to this. I was in the process of leaving him when I found out I was pregnant, and I couldn't stand the thought of a child growing up without a father like I had, until he intentionally crashed my car into a snowbank while I was in my early stages of pregnancy, intentionally causing the airbag he was just out messing with for hours prior to us leaving to burst open in my face so hard I thought I had gotten shot. It dislocated my jaw. Then he proceeded to drive me up a hill in the middle of nowhere, acting like he was going to kill me. When I got back home, I packed a bag with whatever clothes I could fit into it, put my dog on a leash, and walked away from my home and everything I had ever had that was sentimental, anything I'd ever worked for, owned, etc., and never looked back. And the reason that he chose me was because he was a predator, just like this loser you are dealing with. He battles with himself because he knows he's a piece of and rather than do anything to try and make himself less of a piece of he just continues to hurt others that will put up with his bullying in order to make himself feel better. He needs to reiterate for himself and to make you feel awful about yourself, because people like him, aka bullies, how high value he is, in order to believe it, because nobody believes it, not even himself. He is reiterating how you are less of value in order to believe it, because nobody believes it, not even himself. He actually knows it isn't the truth. He is a narcissist, insecure, abusive predator, and honey, you need to stay as far away from this boy as you can before he ruins your life, because he will, without thinking twice if you allow him. He'll use you up until there's nothing left and then move on to his next victim like he never ever met you. I truly wish I could give you the insight I have to know that people like this not only don't change, but they have no desire to change or ability to feel compassion for another human being. This is a dangerous, reckless person. If you ever cared about anything in this world, you need to care about where this will lead you if you decide to pick up his call once he comes back for more supply. Get far away. You deserve so much better than this. I wanted to read that whole thing because it was amazing. It encompassed everything, and this is basically a mic drop. This is one of the tags that I got from Confused Pantalone. She says she can't even wear heels because he's worried that being shorter than her will make him look emasculated, even dumping her over it. And I was like, yes, wild. These dudes lose their masculinity so easily. They lose their masculinity because they use us, women, as a comparison tool versus trying to find their manhood within themselves and define themselves without outside people or things to measure against. All right, y'all, join the conversation. Let me know what you think of this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.